I was sitting on the curb outside a gas station I'd never heard of, watching my phone vibrate itself to death. No service, no wallet, no car. The night smelled like oil and dust. Somewhere behind me, a truck engine coughed and faded into the dark. My wife's laughter was still ringing in my ears. High, careless, practiced. "Let's see if he can make it back," she'd said. They didn't even slow down. Her friends waved. Someone filmed it. Then the taillights disappeared, taking my life with them. That was 15 years ago. Now my phone buzzed again. A number I hadn't seen since the day I stopped being her husband. 107 missed calls. I didn't answer. I just stared at the screen and felt something old and patient stretch awake inside my chest. She finally found me. Back then, I thought it was a joke gone wrong. A prank that went too far. That's what I told myself while I walked 6 miles to a payphone with blood in my shoes and humiliation stuck to my tongue. I called her, straight to voicemail. I called again. Nothing. By morning, my bank card was frozen. My credit gone. Joint account emptied. I slept in a bus station and learned, very quickly, how invisible a man becomes when he has no proof he exists. It wasn't just the abandonment. It was the precision. She'd planned it. I remembered the weeks before, the sudden kindness, the way she insisted on the road trip, her friends texting in code, the way she watched me pack, like she was counting something down. I told myself I was paranoid. Love does that. It edits reality. Months later, I saw the photos online. Her wedding. New husband. Same smile. Same friends. Same joke, I realized. I had been erased. That's when I stopped trying to go back. I rebuilt quietly. Different name. Different state. I learned to live without leaving footprints. I watched people the way you watch weather, never assuming it won't turn. And I watched her, too. From a distance, her life unraveled slowly. Divorces, lawsuits, a son who stopped speaking to her, a face that learned how to hide panic under makeup. I didn't interfere. I didn't need to. Truth has a way of fermenting. The first call came last week, then another, then dozens, voicemails filled with breathless apologies, half-truths, fear. "I didn't think you'd disappear forever," she cried in one. As if that hadn't been the point. I let the phone buzz until it went silent again. I had waited 15 years for nothing. She had waited 15 years for forgiveness. Only one of us was going to be disappointed. I finally answered on the 108th call. I didn't say her name. I didn't say mine. I let the silence stretch until it started to hurt. Then she spoke. My name fell out of her mouth like a confession she'd been rehearsing for years. Her voice shook, older, thinner. Fear had sanded it down. "I know you're there," she whispered. "Please, I just need to explain." Explain. The word made me smile for the first time in a decade. I told her where to find me. Neutral place, public, clean. I wanted witnesses, not for safety, but for reality. I wanted her to know this wasn't a dream she could wake up from. She arrived early. Of course she did. Sitting rigid, hands folded too tightly, eyes scanning every face that wasn't mine. When she saw me, something collapsed inside her. Not relief, recognition. She knew immediately that the man who walked toward her wasn't the one. She left on the side of the road. I sat, calm, still. She cried, apologized, told me about peer pressure, about how her friends dared her, about how it got out of hand, about how she thought I'd come back angry, begging, predictable. She never thought I'd vanish. I let her talk. People always confess more when they think silence means forgiveness. When she finished, I slid my phone across the table. Bank records, court filings, screenshots, her signature on every decision that followed that night. Freezing the accounts, filing abandonment papers, remarrying within months. I didn't accuse. I didn't raise my voice. I just let the facts breathe. Her hands started to shake. "I was young," she said. "I didn't know it would ruin you." I leaned forward then, close enough for her to hear what I didn't say loudly. "You didn't ruin me," I said quietly. "You defined me." That's when I told her the part she didn't know, that the lawsuit she was fighting, the one draining her savings, was mine. That the company buying her house at auction was mine. That the man she'd been leaving desperate voicemails for wasn't lost. He was waiting. Her face went hollow. Not angry, not sad, cornered. I stood up before she could beg. Begging would have ruined it. As I walked away, my phone buzzed again. Another missed call. I didn't block her number. I didn't need to. Some people don't deserve silence. They deserve to hear it ring forever and know no one is coming back.